Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Joyful Joy, also known as Joyful Nation. If you're new to this channel, please endeavor to subscribe, like and share this video. Is a part 2 of my trip to Abuja. In the part 1, I was making my way back to the hotel from Sahad, and I mentioned that my friend was coming to pick me for an outing. This is my friend. We're going to meet our boss, and after meeting our boss, he mentioned to us that there was a cocktail event that we needed to attend with him. The cocktail event is with very important people, so I did not share the entirety of the event on this on YouTube. It's out there on my. So yeah, I came back to the hotel to change because he said my outfit was very casual and I needed something that befits the event. So I had this two-piece that I got from my niece, and yeah, I'm just showing you the outfit of the night. A lot of the cocktail events is on my TikTok. I didn't post it on YouTube. So yeah, we headed out to the cocktail events. We networked with a lot of important people, and we were blessed to be part of that event because it was very fulfilling. And after the event, my boss and my friend, they are bringing me back to my hotel, and in the course of the trip from the venue of the cocktail down to my hotel, I kept telling them that I'll be bringing my kids later in the year so that my kids can bother them and then also have the glorious view of Jabi Lake at night. Jabi Lake is very, very beautiful, and if you know me, you know that I really love nature. So yeah, I'm just showing you around Abuja, and I really loved the night view of Jabi Lake. So like I said, the cocktail event was very, very nice. We met a lot of people, and yeah, this is the Jabi Lake I'm talking about. If you haven't been, it's part of the places you should see if you ever come to Abuja. So I got to my hotel and I was so excited. I felt really fulfilled and I felt really blessed because Abuja was a blessing for me in these 5 days in ways that I can't even begin to explain. So I got to the hotel, I slept off after, of course, showering and doing my self-care. And the following morning, I headed out for breakfast as usual. I took my water as usual because I don't want to buy overpriced water at this hotel. So the portion size is an issue with their complimentary breakfast. It's usually very small. They give you what they know you will definitely finish, and it's not that nice, if I may say, because as adults we should be allowed to pick what we want and it should be a buffet, but I believe they are controlled. So I picked stir fry macaroni and omelette on this particular day, and I ate it first at the restaurant, but I kept having important calls, so I had to take my meal to my room. So I ate and I finished the macaroni and omelette with zobo. Portion size, for those that are watching their weight, I'm very sure they won't mind, but me, I'm not really watching my weight, so I do mind. And I love the fact that I always have complimentary breakfast, because if I don't, then it's my loss, because it's already in the fees that was paid for in my room, if that makes any sense. So I decided to change for the event of the day, which was the main reason why I came to Abuja. That too is going to be on my TikTok as well. I'm just doing a little dance before changing to show you my before and after. And the outfit too was made by my niece. So I headed out for that event with my colleagues that I came with. Like I said, I'm not showing anything of this particular event on YouTube because it's a very long event. We finished very late in the night, almost 2 a.m, 1 or 2 a.m. That was when I got to my hotel, and I quickly did my self-care and I changed for the night and slept off. This is the following morning, and again I'm going for my breakfast with my water. The water is the water that they normally give to guests, as in it's also part of your room. So this is my brother and colleague and friend. He's on the opposite room from my room. On this particular day I had fresh Irish potato, and yeah, I brought the Irish potato omelette. I brought it to my room to eat with zobo. I was not happy at all. The frittata or whatever it is, Irish potato frittata or omelette or whatever, was very tiny and finished in 5 bites. And it wasn't long before I was hungry again. Like I said, this hotel, their complimentary breakfast is suited for people that are watching their weight or whatever. It's quite healthy. However, it's too tiny for a portion for an adult. So, but it was delicious. All their meals so far was very delicious, and I actually enjoyed it. However, it's disappointingly small. So after finishing the meal on this particular day, I had to change up because I decided that I was going to the market to get outfits, more materials, because I have my mother's burial that I'm planning. And if you know, you know that I'm the only daughter and I don't have sisters. So I'm trying to pick up the things I think I will need this period so that I won't have to rush when the time comes. So this is my before outfit. As always, I'm just showing you a little before and after, and this is my market outfit, or what I wore to the market, because like always on this trip I decided that I must be comfortable in all my outfits. And so yeah, the shop I went to in Wuse market, the man was very very affordable and he was very nice. The drivers too, the bolt I used was very professional, and is an indigenous of Abuja. I can't show his face because I don't have his permission to do that, but he's very very professional. This is the big shop that I bought the laces from, white lace, and I was very very pleased with my purchase. The man allowed me to film, that's him. And yeah, I went back to my hotel with a taxi, and I'm showing you around the town as much as I'm also showing you what I got. I used a normal taxi to go back to my hotel. I didn't use InDrive or Bolt, and it was very cheap because I'm in Wuse too, and the market I went to was Wuse market. Transportation generally in Abuja is very cheap compared to other places I've been to, even Port Harcourt. So their in-drive is the cheapest, and then their regular street taxis too are very very cheap, which is what I used to come back to my hotel. This was what I got at the market, and I'll be preparing packing in bits because my trip is coming to an end, and I'm very very happy because I was able to achieve quite a lot at affordable rate on this particular trip. So this is the outfit I wore for the farewell dinner on that particular day, which was the end of the trip, on the particular night, which is the end of the trip. I won't show that, to also be on my TikTok. This is the day that I'm going to check out and I'm leaving. So I would also head out to breakfast again as usual. And these slippers, I never wore it. The slippers that came with the room, I never wore it because I don't know whose feet has been on that slippers, and I try as much as possible to bring my own stuffs whenever I travel. So this is what I wore for breakfast, or to breakfast. And this particular day the breakfast was very very annoying. It was supposed to be fries, but the fries was very, very tough. Like, it was hard. And that's the only meal of this hotel that I can categorically say I did not enjoy. It was a very, very hard sweet potato fries. So it's the last breakfast before heading out to the airport, and as you can see, I had difficulty chewing, and I was complaining to my friend that I did not like this particular breakfast. It was fries, omelette, and tea. After eating the breakfast, which I barely finished because, like I said, it was very hard and I shouldn't be suffering because I want to stuff my stomach. I have a limit, even though I'm a non-foodie. So I went back to my hotel, to my room, and I changed for the airport. This is the outfit I'll be wearing to the airport. So it was a bittersweet return. That's my luggage. Bitter in the sense that I'll miss my friends, I'll miss the people that have been nice to me throughout this trip. Sweet that I get to go back to the loving arms of my husband and my kids. So I booked for in drive because the Bolt guy was over was being expensive for no reason. He was trying to charge me over 20,000 to the airport, but the in drive I got for 11,000, and he was very polite, unlike the bold guy that was telling me that is it fair to me, do I consider it fair that I'm going to be paying him 20,000. It's your choice to choose to take the ride or not. If it's not okay with you, you don't take it. But some drivers are just that way. They are rude for no reason. So I canceled the ride and I switched to in drive, and the first driver I got was bargaining, and I said no because in drive gives you the option to fix your price, the one that is suitable for you, and that was what this driver actually did. He fixed 11,000 for his price, and I picked it, and he was very nice, very, very professional, and I received calls all through the ride from the hotel down to the airport because I was making plans for pickup for when I land in Port Harcourt, as well as telling my hosts, my friends, my colleagues, and my bosses that I am going. This is the Dunamis headquarters. I love the gold roof, and whenever I'm going to the airport and I see that roof, I like taking a shot of it, as well as the mountains that leads you to the airport. I really, really love nature. Like, I really love nature, and as a civil engineer that studied geotechnics and geotechnical engineering and geometry, I really, really love rock formations and just looking at rocks or mountains, if that makes any sense. And I really love the well planned roads of Abuja. They are very neat as well. So I'm just taking in the sights from my hotel down to the airport. Geomechanics is something that I really love as a course. It's a it's a course, or part of your civil engineering course or courses that you need to take, and it taught me a lot. So it really spurred my fascination with mountains and rocks. So yeah, the trip was very fulfilling, like I have said many times in this video, and I'm just thankful that I learned a lot in the process. So we got to the airport, and he drove me straight to my gate, and instead of paying him the 11,000 that was on the app that we agreed, I paid him 13,000 because, like I said, he was very professional and very nice. So yeah, the tip was very, very necessary for the guy because, like I said, It was very, very nice and professional. So I checked in my bags. I sealed up all the bags together, and they told me that I had to go and meet their boss to also declare the things that were inside. After quite a lot of delays, a flight that was supposed to be for 12 was shifted to 1, later to 3. This was us boarding by 4 p.m. on the dot. Those are my friends and colleagues that I traveled with. A lot of us are on this flight, and we're just, you know, glad that we are finally going back home to our families. And yeah, that's what you actually saw, that we're thankful to God that we are going back home. I'm the most excited because the airport wait was unnecessarily long and tedious. The flight was very peaceful, and it wasn't as fast as the United Airlines flights. This is Arik Air. It was stressful a bit because I didn't like the fact that we had to wait that long. But however, we landed and I was glad to be home, back to my abode. We arrived somewhere around to 6, and that's why you're seeing the dusk. So I made my way out of the airport, and yeah, I bargained with the Bolt guy, and I'm back to the normal, which is overpriced airport fees because they feel you have so much money and you're willing to pay because you're desperate. Because my pickup, unfortunately, my husband couldn't meet up with it because the car was with the mechanic, so I had to use Bolt. He thought he'll be able to make it before I leave, but unfortunately he couldn't. So that's not his fault. It's what you call unforeseen circumstances. So that's my box, and then I have 2 luggages this time. My box and the stuff that I said I wrapped up, which was my tripod and other things. So this is what my luggage looks like on my return back to Port Harcourt, and we finally I finally got this Bolt, and I'm heading back home. The driver was a bit funny because there was a lot of traffic based on the route he chose to take, which is no fault of mine. But he complained all through the journey. Oh, the traffic has delayed him, his petrol is now short, and he had to buy petrol, and how I should add to what I have already agreed to pay with him. I don't like when drivers do that, and I did, because really it was, like I said, stressful. I got home very, very late. Like when I got home around almost 9 p.m. and I left this airport around 6. So I added, I think, 1K or so, just because I'm human. Otherwise, the way he went about asking was not nice. If he hadn't tried to act as if he was very I don't know the word to use. I don't want to offend people or seem condescending. I would have added way more than I did, but he was just making the trip uncomfortable by complaining all through. Oh, hold up. Oh, I need to add money. I need to have conscience. That word, it was a strong word. I didn't like it at all. So, but I added 1K, and he asked for my number and asked me to give him to take his. I refused because I did not enjoy this trip at all. He was just I don't know, it was not a nice driver at all to indulge or pick on a trip to wherever your destination is. So yeah, that's all about my Abuja trip, and I just want to thank you for watching this video in its entirety, for supporting my channel, and I would advise you to like, follow and share, because from time to time I post vlogs like this on my trips. And yeah, thank you for all the support and love. God bless you. Till I see you next time. This is Joyful Joy, also known as Joyful Nation, signing out. Bye. I need to add that Port Harcourt is a very lovely city. Like, I really, really like my town. I just need to add that part. Bye.